Good morning, Intenders.
Good morning.
Welcome and welcome back to Morning Intentions. Today is Monday, August 3rd, and it's time for a brand new theme. Are you ready, Annette?
I'm ready and waiting. I'm excited about this one.
I am excited too. The title of the theme is The Courage to Know Yourself. And if you are subscribed to our newsletter, that was the theme there too. We like to make our newsletters to give little hints, or maybe the entire hint of what our new theme is.
I think we pretty much gave it away.
Yeah, we did.
And we like to send those out at the end of the month so we can all get ready for what's coming up the next month.
That's right. The way this theme came to be, and if you did read our newsletter, and if you don't get our newsletter, just let me tell you, go to AnnetteNita.com, scroll all the way to the bottom. You only get one a month. We don't inundate. We don't blast people and that you then want to unsubscribe. Just one a month for our personal development digest. The way this theme came to be is we both love the Enneagram. We use it basically every single session at some point. Whether we're thinking about it for our clients, even if we don't say it, we'll say, okay, well, this kind of sounds like a 7. This kind of sounds like a 6. And the thing is, we love the Enneagram, but there are so many resources that go through, oh, here's a type 1, here's a type 2, here's a type 3.
And we do that too.
Well, we do that too, but it can get a little Boresville because there's so much more depth to the Enneagram, and just keeping it at that surface level, you can miss so much. We wanted to take this month and not just go type by type.
We're probably not even going to talk about the types. Maybe we'll bring up some examples, but we're not going to go through each type.
No, we're not. We're going to take a very, very deep dive into the deep end of the pool about the inner workings of the Enneagram and how it relates to us as we're going through our personal development journeys. It has been one of the most helpful tools for me. And each and every day, I think about my Enneagram type. And then I also have this dear sweet mother who says, boy, you are such a 7. And then she calls me on my stuff. And I'm thankful for her to do that. But then having a tool like the Enneagram helps to make it easier. It makes things more clear. It helps us see our blind spots. So that's what this month is all about. And like Annette said, we're not going to go through type by type. There are so many resources that do that already. You could just Google that. You can go on YouTube. There's plenty of great teachers who talk about how each type shows up.
We received our training from the Enneagram Institute. If you don't know a thing about the Enneagram, and after this month, if you say, I really want to figure this out, what type am I? The Enneagram Institute is a wonderful resource. You can take an Enneagram assessment through their website. The only warning there is sometimes the assessment will show us more of our coping strategies as opposed to who we really are. Like it'll show, this is how I show up when I'm kind of coming from my worst. Then it's not accurate. So if you know a professional that uses the Enneagram, then you'll want to take your results and talk to them about it. If you don't have a professional that you know, that you trust, you can always come to us. We do Zoom sessions and then, of course, in-person sessions. The Enneagram is one of the best tools for knowing yourself. The theme of this month being the courage to know yourself. This deep dive that we're going to take will help us so that whenever we're doing Enneagram work or whenever we're doing work where we need to go within, figure out what's going on, what we're going to talk about this month will be very helpful.
And to get us started, Annette's going to read us The Journey by Mary Oliver. No, she's not. I'm just joking.
Oh my goodness, Ada.
I have a copy of it next to my microphone. And then I had to make a little joke since we go back to that so often. And not that often, really. But I thought, oh my goodness, that would be funny. No, she's not going to give us The Journey by Mary Oliver again. Maybe in the future at some point, but not today.
I'm going to ask the big question of the month.
That's what I wanted to share too, so go ahead.
The big question of the month is, why do I do what I do? And the reason we're going to go back to that over and over again is, remember, last month we just finished life changes and reprioritizing. We got all our ducks in a row and we're making those changes and we're reprioritizing. But sometimes we go back to the same old thing, or we do things that we say, why in the world did I do that? That's what we're going to talk about this month.
And the thing about all of this, why we do what we do may come in the form of blind spots. We just may do things and we could sit back and say, gosh, why did I do that? I didn't want to do that, but why did I do that? We can have these automatic reactions. We can have these blind spots in our lives where we really don't have an answer to that question yet, until we take the time to sit back, go within, and really take a look at ourselves. And we also might need some help along the way. I know, like I said earlier in this episode, Annette helps me out. She calls me on stuff and I didn't even know I did that.
You call me on stuff too. I want to make sure everybody knows it's not just a one-way street. You will say, there's your two again.
That's true. But that's the great thing about doing this work with a buddy. So maybe this could also be a time that you invite someone who is safe, that you would love to go through this month with. You can invite them along, so you're not doing this by yourself. It is so wonderful to have a buddy to do this work because you can call each other on like, oh, in a nice way, don't be mean, but in a nice way, oh, there's your Enneagram Type 2. You know, did you really think that through before you said that? Those type of things. And then also we can encourage one another. As we always say, and as you know, if you've listened to the podcast for a while, the personal development journey isn't an easy one. It's more akin to a hero's journey with lots of twists and turns. So having support, having someone to do this with, makes the journey so much easier and a lot more fun.
So the courage to know yourself right out of the chute, I want to say, self-understanding is different than being selfish or being self-absorbed. We're typically given the message in life that, oh, you don't want to be thinking about yourself all the time. Oh, you don't want to be needy. You don't want to be having yourself as the focus. Ada and I are here to say is if you don't know yourself, then you won't be able to show up in life the way you want to show up. That's first thing. But you also won't be able to show up for other people in the way that you want to be supportive and compassionate and kind. The self-understanding work that we're going to do this month, and that we do every month here on Morning Intentions podcast, will help us so that we can show up as the best version of ourselves on that day. Does that mean that we're going to show up and we're going to be perfect? No. Does that mean that we're never going to make a mistake? No. But when we know ourselves, we know when we need to stop, take a little breath, take a pause, take a walk, get some more sleep, make sure we're eating well. All the ways that we take care of ourselves will help us to understand ourselves. And then with that self-understanding, we can show up to support the people that we love. And most importantly, and this might be hard for people to hear, we'll be able to support ourselves. We'll be able to go inside and say, I'm coming from my coping strategy right now. I already know how that's going to turn out. I think I'm going to make another choice. And then we can make another choice. We don't have to go into judgment. We don't have to shame ourselves. None of us are going to be perfect, but if we can get this self-awareness in our pocket so that we can access it all the time, we will be able to show up in a way that maybe some of us never have. So I'm looking forward to this month. Ada, what is our intention for today to get us started?
Our first intention of the month is a curiosity question, and also partially a reflection question, to get us started thinking about ourselves so we can develop an awareness and self-understanding. What patterns show up over and over in my life? What patterns show up over and over in my life? I'm already looking forward to tomorrow. I have a lot to say, but we are out of time. So until tomorrow, thank you so much for joining us today. Our day is better because you are part of our day. See you tomorrow.
See you then.